Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today I'm back in Grand Theft Auto Online for yet another HSW customization and review, and today it's the Ubermacht Sentinel XS that we are doing. This thing is an HSW upgrade, which is really cool. Some of you may not be aware of that fact, and some of you will probably also not be aware of the fact that this car had a bunch of customization options added to it a couple of years ago with the release of the Criminal Enterprises DLC. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take this thing into the car meet. We're going to put the HSW upgrade on it. We're going to customize it, and we're going to see how it performs and compare it to how much it costs. How good is the performance for the amount of money that it's going to cost you? So we're going to figure this all out right now. I do seem to remember that this car was a little on the expensive side when it came to the HSW upgrade and the performance that you actually got with the car. But we're going to find out right now just how egregious it is. Oh my holy hell, man. Almost $1.4 million for the HSW upgrade. And I will just say, from what I remember from having this car on Xbox, is that it is not that much faster. So with that being said, I'm about to spend $1.4 million to convert it to an HSW vehicle. So there we go, we have that done. Now, I already have the armor on the car. I already had race brakes and everything on here, but of course we're putting on HSW brakes today, so we'll do that. We're also going to put on the HSW engine tune. And while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and take care of the HSW transmission, the HSW suspension as well, and the HSW Stage 3 Turbo. So let's go ahead and throw all of that onto the vehicle here. And then we're going to get into the bumper options. So for the bumper options, we have a bunch of new customization for this car. It was added a long time ago, back in 2022 now, so it's been quite a while that this has been out. But some of this stuff may be new to some of you guys, so if that is, then that's cool, I guess. As far as the build goes, I mean, honestly, kind of not really a big fan of many of these front bumper options. I didn't really want to go for like a time attack looking car. Kind of wanted it to just be like relatively like stock looking, like M3. So I kind of think I'm going to keep the stock front bumper for right now. However, for the rear diffuser, I think that I will go ahead and maybe put something on, except it's all super aggressive aero wise, which I'm not really a super huge fan of. So I might actually avoid some of it, to be honest. Maybe the carbon rear diffuser. Let's go ahead and throw that on the vehicle because I do like the look of that. Next up, we got the exhaust, and we have a few different exhaust options here. Kind of liking the look of the twin chrome round exhausts, so we'll go for that option for right now. For the hood, we have a bunch of different options, and we have some new options again, which is pretty cool. I think that I want to go for like an M3 looking hood, which I think is going to pretty much be the scoop hood as our option here. Now, we do have a secondary or carbon option of that as well, or a sticker bombed option as well. But we also have all these vents and stuff like that that we can put on this thing as well. I kind of think that the scoop hood looks the best, so I'm going to go for that option for right now. For the neon kit, I will go ahead and throw one on because it will lower the center of gravity of the car. And we do have some livery options available for this vehicle. So let me go ahead and change the color of the car to a silver so we can actually see these livery options. And let's check these out. Okay, so starting off, we got the HSW Racing livery, which is new with the HSW upgrade for the car. We have HSW Elite as well available for it. We have the black racing stripe, the white racing stripe, the black double racing stripe, the white double racing stripe. We have the Zero Gas livery, the STD livery, the Redwood Cigarettes livery. We also have the CNT, the Jackal Racing, the Tinkle, and that is it. I do kind of really like the look of the STD livery because it is like the new Need for Speed 2005 like GTR, but obviously on the wrong BMW car. Really tempting to go for it. Not going to go for it just because I don't really love the look of it on this particular build. Also going to go ahead and change my crew or my neon color to white because currently it's my crew color. It's a little much for me. We also have mud flaps available for this car that we could put on. Not a fan of how they look on this. I don't know why you would put mud flaps on this car, so I'm going to avoid that. Yellow and black for the plate, though, we will keep that. As far as the respray goes, I was kind of thinking of going for like some sort of like a M3 GTS build with like some sort of a brighter orange color, but I'm not 100% sure if I actually want to do that or not. I do think that it would look kind of good. Maybe we'll go sunrise orange, and then maybe the secondary color will go black, but we also need to remove the pearlescent from the primary color to make this kind of work a little bit better. So we got that on there. Honestly, not looking too bad. We can go for a roof rack. We can also go for some vortex fins on here as well, which are kind of cool options. We also have some roof scoops available too. I feel like I'm going to go for the middle vortex fin. I kind of like the look of it, so we'll do that. As far as the skirts go, there's a few different options that we have. I think I want to go for something carbon probably, because I feel like that's going to look quite nice. Why would you go chrome tuner skirts? That is so ugly. Ew. Man, as far as this goes, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do for the skirt. Maybe just like the primary street skirts, or actually I should do secondary really. So let's go for the secondary street skirts. Let's do that. We also have quite a few new spoiler options for this car, in case you guys haven't seen these. We got the lip spoiler, the mid-level spoiler, high-level spoiler. I think all of those existed. Same with the carbon wing. Then we have the HSW street wing and race wing available for the car, which is pretty cool. Then we have the secondary lip spoiler. We have that in black or carbon as well. Then we have the primary mid lip spoiler, which is a little bit bigger. We got that in secondary black and carbon as well. And then we have the ducktail spoiler available for this car now too. Secondary black and carbon as well. We have the bolted ducktail as well available in all those colors. Got some more wings here available for the car too, which is kind of nice. All these wings are a little bit too big in my opinion, so I'm not really going to go for any of those. However, the mid-lip spoiler, I do kind of really like the look of it, so I'm going to go for the primary mid-lip spoiler, so we'll do that. Sun strips, we could go for one. I don't really like it though, so I'm going to leave it off the car. Got the HSW suspension on, got the turbo on. Now it's time for the wheels. Let's go ahead and pick some good-looking wheels for this car. Let's see about maybe the street category. Ooh, I was thinking of concave mega mesh, but no, they don't really work too well for me. What about, I feel like the high fives actually look like really, really good with this car, to be honest. I think I'm going to go for those. I kind of really like the look of that. We'll do those in a black, and we got bulletproof tires in this car already. And for the windows, we'll do a dark smoke. And that is it for the HSW Ubermacht Sentinel XS. Let's go ahead and take this thing outside. We're going to see how it sounds. We're going to see how it performs, everything like that. And I'll give you guys all the details to make an informed decision as to whether or not you actually want to buy this thing. Kind of leaning towards no, probably. But let's go ahead and take a listen to start things off. I feel like it actually sounds decent. I feel like it sounds better than it used to, maybe. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like it does sound decent. Now, something that you will notice about this car if you do upgrade it with the HSW is that it doesn't really gain much in the way of wheel spin. It's still a very kind of controllable car at low speeds. It doesn't really like to break the wheels loose too much, which is kind of nice. It's also kind of annoying depending on how you want to look at it. I would kind of like a little bit more wheel spin with this car personally, but it's decent. It gets off the line fairly quick. Now with HSW, this thing will go significantly faster than it normally would. However, there's another car that you can get that costs a little bit more than the Sentinel XS to buy initially, but is significantly faster, and that is of course the Bravado Banshee. The Bravado Banshee costs $105,000, and it has HSW available for it, but it's way faster than the Sentinel XS. So it's kind of a toss-up as to which one of these you should buy as like a budget-friendly option, but I kind of think the Banshee is going to be a lot better. Now, I haven't actually HSW customized it just yet when I'm recording this, but I'm going to do that as the next video I'm recording, literally right after I finish recording this. So it'll be interesting to compare the two at a later date, but this thing it's pretty fast with HSW. It definitely feels quick. It actually feels pretty well planted as well. I think that HSW suspension is probably helping out a little bit. Not a whole lot, I don't think, because the Sentinel's never been like a bad handling car. It's just, it feels better than it normally does, I would say. Despite having all that extra power. So, you know, pretty good stuff there for the Sentinel, I would say. The acceleration off the line even is pretty quick. It's not too terrible. It does wheel spin a little bit, but then it grips up pretty fast, so that is nice to see. Handling with the Sentinel XS is still good with HSW. Like I said, I mean, it's not too bad. Doesn't really spin out any extra compared to some other cars where you add HSW to them and they will just not go straight anymore. This thing actually feels pretty good. The acceleration just feels improved and the top speed feels improved. Other than that, it kind of feels like a regular Sentinel XS. It really has not changed in the handling department much at all, and I feel like, you know, with the added customization, I feel like this is actually a really nice car to drive once you have HSW on it, if of course you're willing to fork out the excessive amount of money that this thing actually costs to get the HSW upgrade on it. I do think it is too expensive to justify it, to be completely honest. I'm not noticing that much of a difference with the Sentinel XS here to kind of justify that 1.4 million that I spent initially, and not to mention the other, like, you know, 300-400 grand I spent on the rest of, you know, the HSW upgrades like brakes and suspension and engine tune and everything like that. I just don't really think this thing is super worth the money. Now, is it a bad car? No, it's not a bad car. It's just comparatively, for the money that you spend on this thing, you could get a significantly better car for not that much more money. For example, the Classy Vigoro ZX, which has one of the higher top speeds out of all the HSW cars and all the vehicles in GTA Online, tops out at about 160 miles per hour, and it's only going to cost you pretty much an additional $8-9 maybe $1 million compared to this thing. And the performance is going to be significantly better. So for those reasons, I would say I would kind of steer clear of the Sentinel XS unless you have, you know, all the other HSW cars, you got some good performance and you just simply want it. No matter how bad it is compared to other cars, no matter, you know, anything like that, then obviously buy it. Absolutely buy it. If you like the Sentinel XS, if you want to experience this thing, if you want to drive it and drive it faster than you're used to, this is not a bad purchase. No matter how you slice it, it's not a bad purchase. You can still complete HSW time trials with this thing. I have done it myself on the Xbox, and I think it is still, you know, a good car. It's just not a good car for the money. So if you can get it on discount for the HSW upgrade, like 30, 40, 50% off, now that is definitely the time that I would advise you to purchase the upgrade for this car. But beyond that, I mean, for the vast majority of people, I think that you'd be a lot better off spending a little bit more money and getting a Banshee, because the performance you would get would be a lot better. But even then, I'd still say just save up a little bit more and get a Vigoro ZX with HSW, or a Bravado Banshee GTS, which would be about $3.6 million, which is about double what this thing costs. You are getting true performance for your money. So do with that information what you will. Make your own decisions. Make an informed decision, of course. And let me know what you thought of my build in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of this car. Do you think it's worth the HSW upgrade? Do you think it's not? And leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, and consider subscribing if you guys are new. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.